I sat in Athens yesterday saying, hey, let's quit blaming Kirby for the record. That's Nick Saban's fault. He was so good. Well, we have to take that part out of the lexicon. But Georgia just got exposed a little bit. Their defense is not elite. Their offense struggles at times. And Alabama was brilliant almost the entire game.
4 ranked v. ranked games yesterday. Every single lower-ranked team beat the higher-ranked team. That's Heather Dinich, Paul Feinbaum this morning.
To tie it up, and then throws the interception in double overtime, and Oregon wins it on the road. Back here in studio, former Louisiana running back Emory Hunt, former Ohio State quarterback and national champion Cardale Jones. Look, this game was bonkers. It was 3-3 at halftime, and then it's 17-3, and then here comes Penn State. Your reaction to how the game played out, because that was absolutely wild. We're thinking, hey, Penn State's going to win this game. They're going to come back. They're going to erase the narrative. Drew Aller's going to have this huge moment. And then it's the Oregon defense in the end.
We saw 3 different games. We saw a defensive slugfest in the first half, and then we saw Oregon look like the better team in the middle part of the ball game. Dante Moore and company, the offense was moving up and down the field but stalling in the red zone. Then they started to find pay dirt. And then we saw Penn State look like the team that wore down Oregon in the fourth quarter and in overtime. It's like, well, Penn State's going to win this ball game now because Drew Aller got caught fire. The run game started popping. They couldn't tackle Singleton nor Kaytron Allen. And I was like, man, Oregon really tried their best, but they wore down. It looked like James Franklin was going to get his first win in a long time over a top-ranked team, and it just didn't happen, Cordell.
Yeah, and unfortunately, you look at the situation here. I think now we start have to put some of that blame on, unfortunately, the quarterback position and tied to some of these woes that James Franklin has been having against these top opponents. Because once again, not even completing over 15 passes this game, and then clearly the interception. But you look at drives that Drew Aller played well. The 2 drives in the second half that really put them in score position. Still had 2 touchdowns. Why can't you do that more often? Right. That's the frustrating part with guys like this. Clearly, he has the talent, he has the ability, he has the playmakers around him. But at the biggest moments, he seemed to have that lapse of judgment. You go back to last year in the College Football Playoffs versus Notre Dame, going on a game-winning potential drive, interception, and going on a game-winning potential drive here. All they got to do is get in the end zone. And, unfortunately, in that 2-point conversion situation with the second overtime, they'd have been forced to go for 2, and the field goal wouldn't have done them any justice. But you're in so many critical and prime positions as a quarterback that you want to be in that you say you that guy. Last possession, chance to win it, and the ball is in your hand. What you going to do? And unfortunately, James Franklin, Drew Aller, and this Penn State offense, their track record speak for themselves. They just cannot get it done in those big situations.
Take me through that final play. What did you see? Was it him trying to force it, or was it just Dylan Thieneman, the defensive back there, making a play?
I think the defensive back made a great play. I think Drew tried to do a good job of getting the ball up and down in a tight window on the sideline. The window of that opportunity was definitely there, but he definitely needed more arc on that ball. And I think at that point of the game, Drew Aller and also Dante Moore was very heavily involved in the run game, especially in the second half. And I think you look at Dante Moore interception where he didn't get the ball up and over the defensive defensive lineman who dropped into coverage, and then on the flip side as well. That can be a little bit fatigued. That can be, it's a long game wearing down on you a little bit. So understand what Drew was trying to go for the ball, but lack of execution, which ultimately cost him the game.
So unfortunate, because when you think about how that play developed, it was so perfect because it's a quick hitter. But when you look at it, it kind of wasn't going to work out either way. Either it was going to get picked short underneath, which it did, or the receiver was going to get laid out as the ball got there. And I think that also would have made an effect on, the play as well. So right. The decision-making is questionable there. But also, when you look at how he played up until that point, it's like, man, you were playing well. You were using your legs. You had a beautiful, deep, arcing throw for a touchdown to get that offense jump-started.